We're taking another look at the 2025 recruiting class, and today we're shining a spotlight on four-star offensive tackle Carter Lowe, who signed with the Ohio State Buckeyes. We're going to look at his highlights. We're going to look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now, because we're looking at all the prospects from the 2025 recruiting class every single day this offseason, player by player. You need to know what the players who are signing with your team look like on the field, so you know a little bit of something about them when they start making plays for your team. Click that button, stop missing out. We're going to start off with his 24/7 Sports player profile page. If you're here for just the highlights, fast forward a few minutes. If you got anything you want to add that's different from what they got here at 24/7 Sports, feel free to add it in the comments below. We're just learning about these players. They got him ranked as the 7th best offensive tackle in the class, 2nd best player overall out of Ohio, 34th overall in the rankings. The composite has him ranked high as well. 6'5", 325. This should be dated, so it should be different. We might get different numbers during spring ball, so be on the lookout for that, if not already. And we're looking at the offers here. We got 22 of them. And we have some big programs. We also got some MAC schools looking at him, plus many other programs too. 22 offers, a good amount of offers for a project. We did some track. They're saying he's a burly tackle with functional athleticism to live outside in the long run, but appears to possess mass and drive blocking ability to move inside if desired. So a multi-functional tackle who's strong with good athleticism. That looks like he's going to be very physical at the point of attack, flashes punch power. So a guy with a lot of upside. Also plays basketball. That is huge for the offensive line tackle spots. Interior too, if you want to throw him in there. All in all, O-line, D-line, because he's going to have good feet, good body control. He's going to move laterally well. He's also going to have a gas tank. He's not going to get tired at the end of games, or less likely to do so, because they're going to run you in basketball. You're going to be able to box out. You got to move laterally a lot. You're going to have to move a lot. Consistent, practice to practice. Big schools after him. Here we get another look. Tennessee, TAMU. We're committed and signed to the Ohio State Buckeyes. Let's take a look at his highlights. Let's see what he's working with. Buckeye fans, click that subscribe button. I've covered a lot of Buckeyes so far this offseason. You may want to check those in the archives over these last few weeks. I'll have more coming up here soon as well. Let's see what he's working with. 6 minutes of clips here. Let me know what you think in the highlights in the comments below. But here we go. Again, they didn't have them highlighted there. Here we go. 72, right? 72. See what we got. Moving down. Watch him. Taking the guy off all the way to the sideline and just burying him. Here we go again. These should be from his senior year. Maybe junior year. Pull. Getting it to it. I know I had to mishmash a lot of his clips, so I got senior, junior, and sophomore together. Getting to it. I believe the first couple were from senior year, and now the ones highlighted are from junior. And then you should finish off with some sophomore. Just getting after it. That's how the highlights should look like. And what I mean by that is he's finishing everybody, driving them to the ground, fast out of the stance. Nothing's competitive. There's going to be some plays where he runs over multiple guys. We're definitely going to see that. Feet's good. Feet is very good. One thing we're not seeing a lot from the offensive tackle, driving the guy straight to the dirt. Got a good punch, good power at the point of attack. One thing we're not seeing a lot from this class is a lot of reps in pass protection on the highlights. And it's recently, so it might be more recency bias. But we're not seeing that as much, and he's showing a fair amount of those here in these run of highlights, which is good to see. Just burying dudes. He's burying dudes in run protection or run blocking. Pass pro, the feet's looking good, which I would guess from the basketball background. He killed a dude. He killed a dude. And it makes it look easy. Look at him get the turn. Look how quick he was able to manipulate his feet, get himself turned so he can turn the block and create that seal. Getting down. Just going to drive that guy to the ground. He's going to incinerate him. Getting to the hole. Kills a dude. Look at that. Holds up well. Holds up very well. Another good block. And it's what you should be seeing on the clips. When it comes to nuance of technique, it should be like an incomplete assessment. Because it should be like that. Hands on the guy, guy flies. It should look like that. Like that. He pulls well, he moves well. When it comes to the nuance of the technique, it should be an incomplete for you, and you're going to have to dig like that. Like he should just really make guys melt with his touch. That's what you really want to look for with these top guys. Follows momentum of the defender very well to get the block, because it should be that much more easy, because he's going up against a lot of future factory workers here. You look at the size difference. If he's struggling and he's throwing that on highlights with any of these reps, that's a huge red flag. It should be like a hot knife through butter, and he's a hot knife through butter right now. I say this a lot as we get down the rankings, we'll see a little bit less of this dominance. I guarantee you that. That'll be in a few months. But still, everything's checking out. Look, one thing I can say that's different from him than a lot of offensive linemen that I see this high in the rankings this year, last year, is when it comes to creating that seal and turning, he does it rapidly. He moves laterally well, and he can spin himself quick to get that block. He is very athletic in that with his feet and his movement skills. He has very good movement awareness, good change of direction skills like that. And every time he's doing that, because honestly, he doesn't need to. He's that much more dominant. But holding the technique, those little times where you can see the technique held up with a player that in a position where you can be this dominant, is a major green or good thing that you're seeing out of that player. Because that's going to let you know that whatever's taught in spring ball, he's going to do it. He's not going to mess around. He does not have that faulty characteristic where he can rely on his athleticism, him being better than the other players around him. Because that's a trait that could happen because you're so much more talented than the other kids on the field, and you've done that for the last 3 to 4 years, 2 years, whatever. And now you got to rely more on that technique. He's using it. He's using that. And you're seeing that on some of these plays. Some of these plays you can't tell because he touches a guy and they do that. They just fall face first. But honestly, when you see it, you got to double count it a little bit. Because it means more than just seeing it on the film. It means a little bit more than that because they don't have to use it. And you can tell play to play to play here. Touch the guy. Follows the momentum well. He does that. He's smart. They pull with him a lot. He's not just a body that can't move, that can just go forward and plaster guys. They pull with him a lot. That also lets you know that they can use him at guard, they can use him at tackle. But on top of that, we're in the college football playoff. We're deep in the college football playoff. We're going up against some good pass rushers. I got to get around the help. I got to get that block. I got to do some extra things downfield to block. He can do it. He's proven to do that. He moves well. He's got good size, very good functional athleticism, very strong at the point of attack, has a good punch behind him. All in all, a very good prospect here. A good get for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.